Hello, Habelufutu here, and we're back with another episode of map making. I guess this is the beginning. We're in a world with absolutely nothing, and it's just one layer thick of quartz. I attempted to show you how to do that the other day, but didn't really work. But anyway, so I finished some of the command block stuff. I didn't want to do it on camera because it would all be kind of slow. It actually took me a little while than you might think, because I'm not the best with all this stuff. But what I was going for is, if you step on it, you get a thingy. If you see in the top corner, there is the indicator that you have the effect, and when you go into your inventory, you will get also another indicator of how strong it is and how long it will go for. So all of these have different status effects that you get when you go on top of the jump. I mean, the block. Well, this one's jump. So see, you can jump 2 block high when you get on it, and I can always change that. See, this one's darker green, that this one corresponds, and I can always change the amount that it gives me right there. See, it gives me 1, so that's 2. And I'll talk about these commands in a little bit. Acid, that's poison, you could see it in the top corner. Dead is saturation, happy tummy, but it only shows it in here. I don't know why it's not showing it in the top corner, but I don't know. So anyway, let's go over some of the commands. So yeah, we're gonna start with speedy. That's the blue. So just showing you again. You go over it, you get the speed boost effect. You can see it in the top right corner. So let's go into the command. So it starts with /execute, which I think is probably the coolest and most useful command in the whole entire world. If you know coding, it's sort of like a if-then sort of statement, but if you don't know, basically you say if this happens, then you do a command. So /execute at A, that's just used to target all players. Tilde, 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 that's just relative commands. You don't need to put anything in there. Detect, then tilde, 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 but in here we put -1. That means that we are testing for the block that you're standing on. So yeah, then we go Minecraft stained hardened clay. That's what I'm just using as the blocks that I'm standing on. And then 11, that's just the data value for blue hardened clay. Then we go into the other command. So this is the if then. This is the then part. /effect, that's just any status effect. At all players Minecraft speed for 5 seconds with a magnitude of 3. And the way that you input this into commands with the effect thingy, it's kind of strange with the magnitude, because if you put in 1, like this, see, oh wait, see how it's 1 over here, and then if you go on top of these and you look in, it's actually 2. So I don't know, it's kind of strange, but how you get 1 for your status effect is you just change that to 0. Now if I just let the jumpy boost go away, now it's only 1 jump boost, and see, I only go up a little bit now. So yeah, that's just like a tingy that you kind of gotta know. Yeah, anyway, so all of these commands are exactly the same. /execute at A, detect, 1 below, Minecraft stained hardened clay, and for all the different data values, or the values for each color that the game assigns it. You can look it up. It's not too hard to find. Yeah, for all blocks like wool, hardened stained clay, they all have their own certain data value for each color. So you don't need to memorize it per se, but it's very useful to look it up. Oh yeah, and also when you're putting in Minecraft and then the thingy, what you want to detect for, if it's a multiple word thingy, then you put these underscore thingies in between each word. So that's just a useful thing you don't know. Minecraft saturation. And then, so for this one is a bit different. The whole beginning is the same, right? But once we get to the second command, it's just /kill at A, which basically is the command that you use to kill everybody. So yeah, yeah, that's not a very nice command, but yeah. Oh, just telling you now, all of these commands, one person stepped on the red thing, everybody would die. If one person stepped on the speed boost, everybody would get speed boosts. So it's not the best. I know there are ways to do it, but that makes it slightly more complicated, and I don't really feel like doing that right now. So yeah. And oh yeah, so in 1.9, the developers, they added these thingies. Basically what this is, well, it's a command, but see, you can change this to chain, repeat, impulse, but repeat is the blue one, and that means that when a redstone goes to it, it'll just really fast. Alright, and you can have it always active, or it needs a redstone. So that would mean like you put a redstone line into it to activate it, or you just have it always active and you don't need redstone. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's what the chain looks like, the light blue, and then like the purpley bluish is the repeat. And I just want to show you conditional. That means it needs this one to work for this one to work, and then this one, that one needs this one to work for that one to work. So just the one ahead of it needs to work. And so basically what this little contraption right here is for making the structures and mountains and all that sort of terrain more easily, or the way that I like to do it. So I'm going to give you a demonstration, then we're going to go into the commands. So let's shoot an arrow, right? Maybe another one over there, another one over there, right? And then we hover over this, and look, it puts the blocks there. Then we could put more on, like that. Very, very useful for doing all sorts of thingies. And I just like to have it in this way, with shooting arrows and then holding a block to make it happen again. So yeah, pretty cool. I like shooting things. Anyway, this is one of those repeat command blocks, and it's on always active, unconditional, which means it does not need anything to do it. Alright, so this one is slightly confusing, and I'm going to credit, I got this off Zip, or whatever his name is. Pretty cool dude, does some good Minecraft videos, and those I got from Dragnors, pretty cool too, check them out. So yeah, basically you're testing for at A, everybody, if they are holding Minecraft quartz block, and then tag is like something that you add on to it. Display name, so the name of it is form, and and so yeah, basically just copy it. It's kind of confusing, but /4. You can pause the video at any time. That's the command. And so basically, it'll go off whenever it tests that I have a block called form in it. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says anvil there. Now it says form. Anvil, form. So it's actually called form. So it's only testing for a quartz block that is called form. And you can always change quartz block to whatever you want and the name form to whatever you want. And so now what these two command blocks do is whenever it can test for a block that you're holding and it actually senses it, it will do this command /execute @e type equals arrow. That's just saying do this at an arrow. That's just directly into the arrow, tilde tilde tilde. And then the secondary command is /fill, and then you can always set these to whatever you want. I just have it 1 1 1 -1 -1 -1. So yeah, you need 6 of them though. That's up and that's down. So that's like the parameters for your thingy, and then what you actually want to fill that area in with. So Minecraft quartz block. So yeah, basically it's saying from the middle it goes out one, out one, out one, out one, and that's why it's that sort of shape. And 1 by 1 by 1, you can change that, you can change that, you can pretty much change anything. And like I said before, it's conditional because it needs to test for holding the form block. Because if I'm not, then I don't want it to just randomly fill areas with all that, you know? That could be bad. And then the third one is /kill @e type equals arrow. So this will only kill arrows. If you just did /kill without this part, it would kill every single entity in the whole game. That includes you. So no good. So yeah, you have to add that @e type equals arrow, capital A. That's so that it doesn't just keep running the command over and over and over and over and over again after you've done the thingy. Alright, so yeah, that's the first video. Thanks for watching, bro. Check it. Bye bye.